Hi everybody. Well, actually, while being snowed in, I figured I might start working on my own black lace book page, and I knew I wanted to make some flowers to put in it, and I just started playing. I wanted to do something different, and of course, playing around with fabric. And you know me, when I come up with something new, I've got to do loads of them, check out different types of fabrics, just have fun with it. So I'm going to show you what I've done and then show you how I did it. I'm not going to show you, I don't think I'll show you all of them just because it just, I did a lot. I got happy. But I'm going to call this a Shabby Petal Burst flower. And it really is easy to do. And this is the first one that I did. And it's just so cool looking and so different and dimensional and just awesome. And because this one is going to be for my lace page, I added some beaded dangles to it. And yeah, I've actually got the camera on top of my desk right now so that you'll be able to see my hands when I'm showing you how to do this. But oh man, so happy with how these came out. This one was done with a black organza ribbon that, let me see how wide it is, which is 2.5 inches wide. And as I was going through, and tearing strips of fabric, my, I should say, default eyeballing size tends to be between 2 inches and 2.5 inches, but a couple of these use 3 inches. So let me show you a couple of the other ones. That's with the organza. This one is with cotton. And that's probably a pillowcase that I had gotten from the thrift store. And except for that first one, the centers are all ones that I had made. My ribbon slide flower centers, I did a tutorial on those a couple years ago. And then there is a pretty pink one. And that is out of some kind of crepe fabric. A lot of my fabrics I get buying clothes from the thrift store for the purpose of using them for crafting. Love, love this one. This is actually the lining from a formal gown. But I love the color of it. I love how it came out. I think these squares were probably closer to 3 inches. This one is a sparkly organza. And I will tell you, until you get used to the folds of the petals, the cotton fabrics are the easiest to work with. And I did do a small one. These were 1.5 inch squares, and this was a little bit of a challenge. This was actually some fabric that Trish, Little Shabby Chic, hi sis, had sent me, and then the center is an acrylic bead cap that she had sent me, and I just put a little pearl in there. But if you want something smaller, it is doable. And I'll just show you a couple more. This was actually from a crinkled fabric that was a top that I had gotten at the thrift store. So I love the effect of that. And I like the solids, but I'm really, really liking the pattern fabrics too. This was from, I think, a dress, and this is like a polyester satin. think they're so cool. I hope you do too. This is another type of poly satin. And then this is a floral cotton print. Okay, so I'll get these out of the way and I'm going to show you how to do them. Keep this paper here to keep the glare off. So what you're going to need is 16 square pieces of fabric. Doesn't matter what you use. And a little trick that I do. Let's see if I can find a strip here that's already torn. I thought I had one handy. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now what I do, I mean mine aren't all perfectly square, but what I'll do is take my strip and I'll take the corner and fold it up edge to edge so that I have a triangle. And then I will cut right along the edge so that I have a square. So that should be close to the size of my squares. And then I'll just, instead of doing that for every single one, which you certainly can if that's what you want to do, I'll take my strip and just continue to fold it over on itself until it's pretty close to the square, or as close as it might be. I'll lay that on top and snip, and then I can open these up and probably have more pieces, and generally have more pieces to work with for making the squares. So what you're going to do is take your square and take a look at it. Whatever part you want to be showing as the petal facing the top, you will want to have that part face down on the bottom. And you're going to fold it up, make a triangle. And now you're going to take this corner and bring it up. And you're going to take the other corner and bring it up. So now you have a diamond and you've got a slit in the center. So now you're going to take this corner and bring it down to this corner. Whoops, sorry about that. I'm standing behind the camera. You're going to take this corner and bring it down to this corner. Okay, so this is the petal part that's going to be showing. And now you're going to fold it over onto itself. So that's what you have. And then you might have a little bit of edging, sticking out or what have you. You can trim that off if you want to. After doing so many of these, I choose to shove the point of the glue gun right on it and shove it in while I'm gluing. Use your glue helpers if you want to. So now you have one petal. And I'm going to repeat it. This is the part that I want for showing on the petal. If you're using a solid fabric, it really doesn't matter. So I'm flipping it over with the showing part at the bottom, folding it up, bring the corner to the top, bring the other corner to the top, bring this part down to the point, down to the point. And this is actually the first time I've been doing this flat on the table. I usually just have it in my hands doing it. Fold it over onto itself. And when I have it in my hands, it's not this fiddly. And there it is. I have a little bit of edge showing. I'll just go ahead and snip it off this time just so you see. Yes, it can be done. You want to be very careful though to make sure that you're not cutting into these folds. And I'm going to put my glue in there. Pinch it together. And there's the petal. And I'm going to do one more to show you how. Okay, so I think I want this part, this showing. Triangle. Corner up to top. Corner up to top. Fold down. Fold down. And now fold in half. Got some extra there. And this is what happens if you don't have perfect squares. You know, if you're eyeballing your squares or what have you. And that's fine because you can clean it up. Now if you're a quilter, you probably have the rotary wheel and the mat and the ruler and all that kind of good stuff, so that would make cutting these squares super easy. Okay, so you're going to do this 16 times. Okay, and then, okay, so I've got 3 petals here, and what I'm going to do is make a cluster with these 3 petals, like this. So I'm going to line them up, and just a little bit of glue down at the point, pinch it together, and then get my third one. So I'm putting it on there, holding it at the point, then I'm grabbing it from the top and squeezing it a little bit to open that up so I have a place to put the glue, and pinching it. So you're going to make 4 of these clusters. And now you're thinking, okay, well, I made 16 petals. Keep your remaining 4 petals loose. And you'll see why you need these. I'm calling these filler petals. Okay, so let me get some of these strings out of the way. Okay, I've got a circle cut. And you know me, I can't get things centered for the life of me when I'm making flowers. So I started doing this and it's made a huge difference. Take my circle, fold it in half, fold it in half again, and then I'll open it up and I have my guidelines. Okay, and I'm going to have to move this white piece of paper and hope the glare is not too bad. And I'm going to start putting the petals down. So I've got my 4 loose ones. I've got my 4 clusters. So along half of one of the lines, do a line of glue, and put your cluster down. Turn it around and do the opposite side. Same thing. repeat it for the other two sides. You want them touching in the center, but they do not have to be touching each other on the sides. That's why we have our filler petals. Okay. So you see we have some gaps. 4 gaps. Now, I'll just tell you why I decided to do it this way with the filler petals. When I first started playing with it, I made clusters of 4 petals, and I still had gaps. So it was a matter of, okay, well, how many petals do I want to try to put on here so that there aren't any gaps? As long as you have everything meeting at a point, you're basically going to have gaps. So what you're going to do, you're going to learn to love the gaps and work around them. So you'll separate the clusters, put in your line of glue, and tuck in your filler petal. And then you will look for the next one, which they're easy to find. Line of glue, tuck in your filler petal, and then go to the next one. Looking pretty good. We have one filler petal left to do. Just lay that in there. And there it is. You've got your center bursting out to your open petals. I love this. And I'm really, really liking it with the floral print fabrics. And I've got my little flower center. I'm just going to put a little glue because I'm not positive this is the one that I want. Put it in there. I think I probably will keep that one. And there you go. And I did do one with lace, which came out super pretty. And then this one is like a curtain lace that had some embroidery on it. And black satin ribbon. And another polyester blend fabric. And polka dots. I mean, they're just super cute. Super cute. Okay, so, I mean, there's a few more, but I won't bore you with them. So yeah, I mean, have a go at it. I mean, they're so different, and they're so pretty, and no matter what direction, what angle you're looking at, they're just really cool. So I hope I hope you'll have a go. Let me know how it works out for you. Would love to see them. Let me know if you have any questions. Appreciate your comments, and thank you all so much for watching. I will hopefully see you soon. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.